Why are you dancing? I didn't make you dance. There's no auto dance here. Why are you dancing? That's weird. I mean, dance. I guess if you have to dance, dance. But I didn't make you do that, so I'm scared. 10 minutes. 5 minutes. I have too many. Hey, Harmony. So good to see you. Good morning. All right, now I gotta make myself dance. I did not do auto dance. That's weird. Oh, Easy O is here. All right, one more notification. Too many notifications. So many, so many, so many, so many. Is it? Oh, I wish you could put favorites, right? Like, there it is. All right. Live starting in 5 minutes. I'm glad I got good, easy coordinates to remember. There we go. Okie dokie. Everything is good. All right, I have to put my volume up so if somebody does talk, I can hear them. All right. I love talking to myself. Even though I know people are listening, I'm just like, sound effects. Sound effects. We need sound effects in the world, though. And I'm okay giving them. Oh, Kaylee Real said, I saw you earlier. Awesome. I'm not full screen. No, not yet. Let me send you a wearable and some coffee. We need coffee. All right, oh, Athanasius is here. Awesome. I love that. Okay. Oh, an update. Oh, gosh. Update. I'm going to send a wearable out and then I'll get started. Because, you gotta be ready for the warm weather of the cantina. So let's see. I will send out some swim trunks and some coffee. Because I don't know about you guys, but it is cold by me. And that's why I made cantina, because I live in the mountains. It's cold half the year. I'm not like maybe it's a poor choice of where I should like live, but I do love the winter. But I I miss the heat in the summer, although I don't. I melt. I'm such a lightweight. I have like a very narrow window window of survivability, like 60 to 70 degrees. If it's hotter than that, I melt. I'm just kidding. It's like 0 to 70 degrees. I'd rather have cold than heat, but I miss having like I love palm trees. I love palm trees. So that's why I made cantinas. So I was like, I can have palm trees all the time. Yeah. Oh, righty. Let's see. Hi, Fred. I'm going to get started here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. If anybody wants to join me, we are live in the CBD, or we being me and myself and I and a few other personalities that I bring along. I'm in the CBD by myself, so you don't have to join me. Don't feel pressured. Um, totally okay being by myself and my different personalities, but you're welcome to come in if you guys have any questions. If you're a builder here, you know, a lot of this might feel like it's like we've gone over it before or repetitive, but I want to make it like open enough that if you've never built, that you're not going to feel intimidated. And you should be able to follow along with just basic, basic, I like drag and drop skills. Um, yeah, so let's see. As we're going, oops, my message to Fred did not go through. Okay, as we're going, I can't see the questions in chat, so I'll just, if you guys want to jump into CBD voice chat, the community building Decentraland Discord, you're welcome to jump there. You don't have to speak. You can type it in chat if you'd like. Um, let's see. Oh no. Oh, Harmony, you haven't been able to grab the badges. You know, there's a few people that it's like not working for. And Rustan and I were looking at what it possibly could be, and we don't know if it's like a VPN or something on. Rustan is thinking maybe it's something on the open pages, uh, like backend. So we're trying to figure it out. But yeah, that's a bummer. Hopefully they figure that out soon. Oh, if you're looking for the dispenser, it's underneath, right over this way. So right over here, right when you came into the scene, it's underneath. Oh, you found it. Yay. All right, so there's some colliders down there. I still need to fix those. I haven't fixed them. I think Foundation said it was something about my, um, like the GLB when I imported it, that might have been the case. All right. I think we're ready. Let's get going. I'm going to change over here. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. So glad to have you. Today, we're going to make a streamer's paradise. And when I say we're making it, we're going to edit it. Somebody else already did the hard work. I don't know who made this one. And now I feel bad because I'm like, darn it. I don't know who actually created it. When we made the haunted house, that was Z Kyle or Z Siel. This one is really cool, but yeah, I'll have to wait to throw out the thanks. But I just want you to know I didn't make this. It's in the Creator Hub. I'm going to show you where it is. But as I've said many times before, here we are right in front of us. We've got an update available. And what I tell you guys every time, do it. Just install it. It'll take a second to do it. I've gotten into problems before when I think that pop-up did not show up in the past and I never updated it. And then I was having all sorts of problems. I couldn't upload, my scene. I was in the help channels like, Vitsky, it's broke. What did you guys do? So if you have a black screen, it's just installing. So it'll be 1 second. So this, I think, is really important. Anytime that they push an update to the Creator Hub, don't ignore it. Just do it. So we'll be back up in 1 second. I could have just done it while you guys were, before. Actually, it just got pushed. So, but I want to make sure that you guys heard from me, like, that's how important I think it is. I feel stupid that I was like writing help desk tickets for something that really was operator error. It was my fault. Okay, So if you're just new, just joining us, the first thing you're going to do is download the Decentraland Creator Hub. That's where everything happens. Once you're there, pretty much everything for this is going to be right in front of you. You will have all of your old scenes, but if you're brand new, you have the ability to start a new scene. But today we're going to go over here to templates. They have been adding templates more and more. So like if you haven't been here a while, come on in and like see what they've got. They've got a few cute options, especially for the music festival. They added like nightclub templates, mansion. This one is just gigantic. A Halloween one, a store, a stream studio, a video streaming team hub, and then a streaming theater. Some of these are very, very large, so you have to use like a Decentraland world in order to deploy them. And then some are only I think 4 parcels is the smallest. This one right here, the Stream Studio, is what we're going to work on. So I'm just going to click that. I'm going to say, guess what I'm doing, guys? I'm going to do a community building Decentraland party pad. Is that good, or should it be a creator hub? I think there we go. I think a party pad is good. So I love the idea that like with the music festival that just happened, that we have party pads where like a group of people can have it. So like, Sinful and I, we are like the co-founders of Community Building Decentraland. And then we've got, other people like Odd Job and Brandon Manis and Toxic who are, really active and parts of it. And then there's everybody from the community. So like the cool thing about that is that, maybe I want to use this for days like today where I'm doing like builder basics, but it's kind of like that's my thing. Maybe Sinful wants to host like a Beyond the NFT. Excuse me. Maybe Toxic wants to do an event. Maybe Brandon Manis wants to do like a wearable release. Like having a party pad that is not just branded for one person, I think is a really valuable way to approach like events. It turns it into more of like a venue that like a decentralized venue. So I think that that's really cool. So when you get in here, it's still installing dependencies. It's going to take just a second. Looks like it's going to give me that blue screen now. Yeah, I think this would be really cool to build it into something bigger so that, as many people as possible can use it. So when there's an update, there you go. Just gotta wait like a couple moments longer. All right, so the first thing when you get in here, you're gonna look at it, Streamer Hub. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Yes, I use that font all the time, so maybe I'm like partial. Like I love that font. I know that one. This is cool. I mean, it's like neon. It's pink. It's blue. It's got like retro geometric trees. I think it's really, really cute. I think it's very metaverse. All right. But first thing I want to do, usually the first thing I'm going to find the height limit. But for this, I'm going to make sure I'm on scene. And then I'm going to go over to layout because I want to see like how big is this puppy. Sometimes depth can be really, deceptive in like your builds. Because I'm like, is this 1 parcel? Is it 2 parcels? Is it 50? So it's 4 parcels. So if I want to, put this in Decentraland, excuse me, I need 4 pieces of land. And if you're just getting started, like I doubt if most people come in and just ape into 4 pieces of land. So what you can do is publish this. I'm just gonna, warning, code. Oh, this is a new pop-up, guys. Maybe this is part of the update. This scene includes code elements that may only become visible once the scene is running. Okay, thank you. That's cool. Okay, so if you're new, you don't have land, you're going to publish to a world. For you to get a world, all you need is a name, the Decentraland name, and then you can choose where that goes. So I could say Canessa. Names right now to mint, I think are like $20. But if you go on OpenSea, you can buy them for about $5. It's actually like $2 in gas. So for $7, you can have this and have it in your own world. I just want to make sure that like everybody knows it's the barrier of entry is not what it used to be. Land used to be thousands of dollars, now it's not. So don't let that, scare you away first thing. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do, I am going to find out well, I don't know if I really need to find out my height limit. It's something I like to do with each scene that I go into. I might just grab this tree and like drag it up and wait until it gets that yellow highlight, and then that tells me where the top of this, where the highest I can go. There. Okay. Look at that. Like, if we're building a skyscraper, that matters. We're not, though. So that's like, I don't even have to worry about that today. So I'm going to hit Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. It's just like every other program. It undoes what I did. But I think it's a little bit cleaner to get it right back where it was than if I did it a different way. All right, so let's explore. It actually would be fun to throw this right in Decentraland and run around with my avatar so I could see exactly what it looks like. But for now, I'm just going to use the camera to try to look around. So over here, there's this really cool little like red carpet area. It's branded for Decentraland and the music festival. So that's cool. I'm going to change that because for this, I don't want it to be the music festival. I want it to be community building Decentraland. It's got some cool letters up there. Let's go inside. Okay, I'm in love with this place. This is so cool. Like the colors are very much what Sinful and I, well, me, like he does. I don't give him a choice. I just automatically like put our colors in there, like pink and blue. But it's really like aligned with kind of the vibe that I've always gone with for CBD, like when I make stuff. So that's easy to just see this and be like, yeah, I can totally see our stuff fitting in here. There's a little upstairs spot, really cute little AI produced images, headphones. I love that. I kind of think that I want to keep the headphone theme going because if this is going to be a little community building Decentraland party pad, like a lot of what we do is talk. Sorry, guys. Sinful and I, we talk a lot. And so like, headphones, talk, being on air. I think the headphone theme is one I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to be like, yeah, headphones. Sorry, we talk too much. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to get started, but I'm going to like try to see how can I make this unique to Decentraland. If I didn't have any coding skills, like how can I make it CBD? And the really cool thing about some of the assets that they've added in here is like this right here where it says streamer, over here on the left side, you can now like edit this. So I could be like CBD hub, or I could be like community, community, ow, I know, community hub. Um, I would have to like really make it wide. There's like a little glitch with this that I noticed. Once you put it in world, I don't know, like it doesn't all show up at the same time. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet. And I'm going to try to like center this. I do like the way they look, but I'm not sure exactly how to solve that problem right now. I found I have a different solution, but I'm going to leave it at that. All right, so CBD Hub. Over here, there's branding. I love the idea that you're coming in, you're gonna, take a picture. I'm trying to get there. You're gonna take a picture, you're gonna get the Decentraland branding all over, put it on social media. Boom. I love it. What a good way to get your brand out there if you're a streamer or a musician and you want your stuff out there. This is awesome. So how do I change it? So if I click on it, over here, there's a photo wall, custom image. I'm trying to see. So there's some different stuff going on here. But what I want to do is just add, because I know it works, I'm going to go over to smart items down here. And I'm going to pick out my own picture. Is that right? Image. Okay. And I'm going to throw that in. And remember, the images always they clip through the floor, so you got to pull them up. And then also, if you don't see it, just log out and come back, and it's probably there. So I'm going to find my own version of it that, of course, I made ahead of time. Um, so this one has CBD on it. So that's going to be way easier to, or like way cleaner. All right, so now, okay. This is what I do when I rotate it. There's probably better ways to rotate it, but I clip it through something else because then it's like, it either rotates or it doesn't. So, like you can just see it really clearly. There. All right. And then let's make this bigger. Years ago, I made a build in Decentraland that had branding like this for every one of her friends that were trying to build their brands in the metaverse. So it was really cool because they could just come through. It was like instant branding. I can't say enough about how important that is, I think. Like just creating that visual that you have you're a metaverse brand. It just makes it way more like legitimate. All right, I see a little line right here. That. All right, so to get it to fit, let's see. Oh, that's not gonna make a flicker, is it? I think it is. Yeah. See how these two they overlap. That is not gonna look good. So if I hit the shift key as I'm making these tiny movements, I can get it really finite. Let's see. It's pretty close. The OCD in me wants to like sit here and spend an hour to fix it, but I don't have that time. All right, so then this one, I want to make it large to fit. Lately the builder does something really wonky. Is it not grabbing it? So really wonky or like weird when you try to resize something. So right now I've got my finger on the left mouse key. I'm trying to resize it, but see how it disappeared? The first time I did that, I was like, beep, I don't know what happened, but it's there. As soon as I let go, it shows up. But I think it's kind of something that you see in these template builds. Um, so I'll show you again because I wanna hide that backdrop. I just want it to be there, but like, don't worry about that. It's gone. So I'm gonna try to resize it again, and I think it's gonna disappear for me again. Yeah. So, trying to make it really tiny little movements. So yeah, just I guess put that in the back of your mind. That is okay. The first time I saw it, I was like, that's not good. All right, so right there, I don't think anybody could notice the wallpaper behind it if they came in. I think they would just see, CBD. Once I get in world, I'll see if this seam matches up. It's going to drive me nuts if it doesn't. I could just make a bigger graphic, but I don't know. Last night I was just like, a 4x4 should be good. So, like, basically, I'm just going to start replacing the branding with CBD. That's the easiest way. Like, if you just hey, I want to spend 1 hour on this. I don't want to do more. Like, boom, this is the way to do it. CBD. Oops, I have my caps lock on. I still have my caps lock on. There we go. All right. See how these letters, though, that's kind of weird. There's like a funky clipping issue. I think it's going to be okay. Let's do font 30. And this guy, font 30. I love this. Like there was a DJ that used to be here a lot. And sadly he left because he was not interested in being a builder. Like I love building and I think everybody should love building. And so for me, it's like, yeah, if there's a problem, we're going to fix it. He didn't. He wanted to be a DJ. And like he was very adamant that like he doesn't want to learn how to build. He just wants to do music. So I think it's really a good perspective to have is just to understand that not everybody wants to spend 5 hours tweaking their builds. Some people just want to get ready, for the show that they're trying to bring in. And so this is a good way to do that. All right, here's more music festival branding. I'm going to delete that. I think I can just, I've got my image out here. I'm just going to duplicate that, bring that inside. So we've been going about 20 minutes, and you can see I already got, a good chunk of the branding swapped out. You can change colors to make it fit like your theme. It'd be so cool to have like maybe like a little strip mall of these, and everybody just rebrands it to their own and then has events there. Like that'd be kind of cool. Kind of like what Music Festival already is. Never mind. That's kind of what they are. All right. This one's not going to match up perfectly because that other one was a 3x4. But we're going to just get her close. Images are a really good way to, to do this. Okay, I didn't have it perfect. This is a good way to like see, did I line it up? Normally, I'd care. Whoa, I heard myself. That's weird. I don't know what I just heard. All right, good enough. How about this one? You know what? Actually, I think for this, I could just do a different file path. Wait. Nope, that didn't work. Let's see. It looks like I should be able to because that's just an image. All right. So that is not working. Let's delete this guy. All right, right over here. I feel like that should work, but oh well. I'm going to duplicate, instead of just putting pictures in over and over again, I'm hoping that this is going to save time. Like anything you can do that will just save you time, like copy, paste, is going to be, a lifesaver. So there we go. We got the CBD. That one, delete. See this guy, duplicate, move over. And then let's put in this one. There we go. Oh, that one doesn't look good. It's super stretched. That one, I think I stretched for our OP. That's why. It's like, it's not going to look good no matter what I do. So there you go. Like, it doesn't take long. And all of a sudden, I got the CBD branding down here. These little things that say chill, relax zone are cool. I got CBD, CBD, CBD. Somebody's going to be so disappointed when they realize that we don't sell cannabinoids, that we're just people that talk about the metaverse, probably way too much. Yeah. So there we go. I want to do something different to the outside of this too. And I'm going to go to CSM. If anybody hasn't been here before, let me get in there, make sure it's working. There we go. CSM.ai is such a good resource for using artificial intelligence to create like 3D models for you. This one did not work so well. I tried playing around with some ideas this morning. Here I was like, okay, neon lights, these are cool. CSM did not do so well on that. So, usually when we go into CSM, like it's really good results. I'd say today, those I'm not super happy with. But I did put in, you could do the chat to 3D. I said pink, teal, neon headphones. And that was cool. But then it had like a name on the side, and I didn't put that name in. It just says Aurora. I'm like, I don't know. So it's like, remove the name Aurora. So now it gave me like real good, crisp headphones. And I said, I want to go with that theme. I think it's pretty cool. Then I had it converted. I did this ahead of time because it takes like 5 minutes and I don't want to waste your time. I just figured this is a quicker way to do it. But I do like to show you the thought process. So here here we go. Um, I think these headphones would look really cool on the top of our building. So I already downloaded them, and I'm going to go over to import assets, and then I'm going to try to remember, what did I name them? What did I name them? I did them this morning. There we go. Headphones. I'm like the worst for like naming it like Untitled 1, Untitled 2, Untitled 3. Um, but we're good. We're good. We got it. So then you're going to go over to models, and you're going to look for it. Usually like your newest one will show up down here, and I'm just going to drag it in. They're going to be itty bitty, which is actually cool. You know what? Maybe I should lay a pair inside as if we've been, talking, chatting in there. So I'm gonna put a pair. I'm just gonna like shove it there. I know they're floating, but I'm just gonna come back for that in a minute. These guys, I'm gonna put really big. Um, oh yeah. So Harmony says these wearables could be, or these headphones could be a nice wearable too. Oh yeah, Harmony. That's such a good idea. I think you have to, you'd have to decimate them to to look at them. Let's see how many triangles they are, because they're gonna be like heavy. Let's see. Does it show? It's been a little while since I did this. Yeah, so 124,000 triangles. I think wearables for the head maybe it's like 3,000, but you can decimate, items in CSM. Like you can like really crunch that down. Or like, sometimes just it's good to have something for an idea. Like you can take this and be like, all right, now I can go to Blender. I can try to, match up these um the shapes. I think headphones would be a really good one to do that on because uh they're symmetrical, not too crazy. All right, so we got headphones, tiny headphones. I want them like big. I want them, you know, above above the building. Ideally, I want them rotating, but I think for now I'll just leave them. And I think like, I mean, I'm not a marketer. I don't know branding, but I feel like when somebody has really consistent branding, like you could tell. So, you know, like Sin and I, we're not rebranding CBD to be like headphones, but I think like it's a perfect symbol where then, if this was a wearable that we'd hand out at CBD, it would be, it'd be pretty consistent, and it's a good representation of like what we're doing. All right, I like that. Okay guys, I'm like I love symmetry. I love symmetry. Um, these trees are kind of driving me nuts. Uh, there's two over here. There's one over there, and then there's this guy over here. And I feel like when you're walking into the build, you're probably going to spawn here, and then you're going to go here. But then there's this like feng shui, like which way do I go next? Do I, go over here? And so I almost kind of want to see if I can swap and move things around. The other reason I want to do this is because, these templates are like made to be editable, like to have you move it really easily. All right, so there I go. I can move it. There's an issue with this right here. It's gorgeous. But if I tried to remove that little block, it's part of the whole scene. So if I start trying to like move the landscaping, that's gonna it's gonna give me the old whoop whoop. But if you go into your asset packs, in Genesis City, there's a very similar asset. And this is where just knowing like knowing these assets, yes, playing with them for 6 years helps. Because then you're like, yeah, I know there's that like one little tiny asset that it's not perfect, but it's kind of close. And actually, if this whole scene is like neon theme, maybe I don't even want like regular landscaping. Maybe it's got to be like neon landscaping. But for now, I could do this, and then it kind of has that same consistent feel. Put my tree in the center of it. Okay, but then here is the problem. How do I get rid of this puppy? And what I think I'm gonna do is just like, if I had a bulldozer, I'd get in my bulldozer. You can just visualize Knessa in the bulldozer. And like, I'm gonna do some landscaping, friends. I'm gonna find what would be the best ground for like a cool cyber neo club. And I think maybe like, oh no, not dark pebbles. I think black. I think black. I want the attention to stay on the hub. So black is just going to be really good for that. So go with that. Wide. So I'm basically going to like lift everything just enough that I can hide that landscaping. I think especially if you're doing templates like this, the pre-made templates, I think you got to make it your own. Like if not, that's okay. Like yeah, like you don't have to worry about like if you're a DJ, just worry about your music. But if you want to kind of like make it obvious that, it's not exactly like everybody else's, just these little changes can get you a long way. So you can see I have a little step. How much of a step? I want it as close as I can get it. So right there. Boop. All right. Do you like my boop sound effect? And then I'm going to grab these. As I hit with the left key, I'm going to hold shift down. That's going to let me get multiple. There we go. All right. So now when people come, I mean, they're still going to spawn in over here. And I don't want to block their movement. Like, I really love like looking at movement of avatars, because so many times I've made builds thinking this is going to be really good, and then people go through it and interact with it completely different than I think, and then I'm like, wow, I know nothing. I was completely wrong. And they didn't even see, like some little part that I worked really hard on, or our friend 13 once made a DJ booth, and I thought everybody would be at the DJ booth, but they were somewhere else. So then it was like, oh man, gotta rethink that. All right, so I can still, give it that like landscaping feel by adding these. I think if it were me, I'd be like, I don't know, symmetry to the moon. I love symmetry. But it's good to like try something else so that you're not just always building the same way, the same style. So there we go. I think also like when you're taking a picture of a build, the silhouette is really important. Like this one, I would love to see actually like two trees. Oh, why isn't that one selecting? There we go. All right, so I had to get it by the bottom. So like two trees kind of framing those headphones would be really cool. Let's see if I can get that. Okay, so this tree is out of bounds, and you can see it already had rotation on it a little bit. So I'm gonna, oh, I've got both of them selected. So I'm gonna undo that, click that guy, just do that one. Put them in here, and then see if maybe, yeah, like, oh, he kind of looks sad. He looks like he needs some water there. Maybe the sprinkler system didn't go well. So now if I'm like down here, and Toxic Waifu is the best for taking pictures before an event, right? You always know, like if you see Toxic over somewhere away from you, looking away from the party, she's not ignoring you. She's taking a really good social media picture. And so like, as I was trying to take pictures of this morning, I was like, oh, it was hard to get a good picture And I don't know, like maybe just because I want things to all be squared. This to me feels like a really good framing of you can see the branding, uh, right? You can see CBD, you got the headphones, you got these two guys framing everything in there. And I feel like that would be really cool and recognizable. Um, from afar. You know, I love palm trees. So then even today I was like, ooh, palm trees. And then I was like, wait, CBD doesn't like that's not the logo for palm tree for CBD. I love palm trees, but like has nothing to do with CBD. I just, totally ruined this too by like plopping a palm tree right in the middle of it. So let's see if there's any chance of saving getting everything I want. Like, yeah, okay, I can like getting that frame and getting the pictures in there. So that's pretty good. Like if I came up and I was going to take a picture, that'd be really cool. The way it was earlier, it like the trees blocked the signage, which is what I was like, no, I can't get a good picture. So there we go. That's pretty cool. So that's 36 minutes of working, and obviously I'm like talking, so it could be even less if you're trying to get your party going really soon. Headphones. Let's put these guys over here on the table. So let's see. I kind of briefly showed you earlier that like if you click down here, you'll get these notices. Your scene contains too many triangles, too many textures, elements. Yep, that may only become visible once the scene is running. We can ignore that, friends. I think most of us know that by now, but just in case, like those of us that have been here building for years were traumatized because in the past, if you got those warnings, you would not be able to deploy it. And now we can. And so the sky is the limit. I love going over the limits. It's literally like I lived in a cave for 5 years and they finally let me out. And so they're gonna be like, Canessa, you're using half of the triangles of Decentraland. Stop. Um, so I apologize, and I hope they never take it away. All right, there are some headphones. Probably a streamer, was on air and they left that there. There's some really cool little gadgets here, like a little microphone. So even though all of these things, come with it stock, like you can move them around. You can change them. These are really cool chairs. I would love to have those like in other scenes too. There's a light. Social media, lots of cool ways to include whatever you're doing for social media. One thing that I need to do better at, and I'm gonna I'm gonna shout out Sinful, and I'm just gonna be like crazy obvious. Sinful has 3.5, almost 4 years of video content on YouTube from Beyond the NFT. I know some of his best videos. He doesn't have recorded, like the recording didn't work, but like I personally think I need to do, he needs to do, we need to do a better job of like giving that information to the world to like see what we can do. So in my mind, these are windows and they're actually great. I would love to keep those there, but this would be such a good spot to um, put some links to like videos. So like his videos, my videos. Um, this build has a lot of windows. So I'm trying to find like a solid wall that you could go up to and touch. Um, so I want to put a picture over there, but I want it to be facing this way. I'm gonna be lazy and I'm just gonna duplicate one out here going the right direction so that I don't have to like sit there and tweak it. And that's what I mean by like just working faster, just sometimes I'll have like the default asset in the build like right at the spawn point and I just duplicate that. So this way all I have to do is resize it. And then I think like especially because this is a party pad, like a streamer's pad, like you want to have your stuff. Like you guys worked hard for that. Like you need to be showing the world what you've done. So on this one, I'm gonna pretend this is for me. last week in BBL, Builder Basics Live, we made an emote. And so I'm going to have this here, and then right below it, I can have a link to that specific YouTube video. And right over here, just going to duplicate it. So I'm looking at, let's see, I have to see, is Sin? Oh, you are here in the voice chat. Okay, Sin, I am like throwing you under the bus. Would you like to would you like to comment on like me giving you homework? Or are you busy? Okay, he ran away. Oh, okay. So I think you need to do this for Beyond the NFT. You need to like go through and you need to make like all of these little links to each one of your videos. Like you could advertise all of your videos and they could come into your hub or the CBD hub or wherever, and then they can like find your videos like quickly. I mean, that's good too. That's good too. I'm just thinking like if you're here and you're chilling and everybody's here, like it's advertising like all the work you've already done and just like reiterating, first of all, what you do. But then, um, if somebody's here chilling, they're talking, they might eventually be like, I always wanted to make an emo. I'm gonna click on that. Or like, oh, you interviewed like who? I'm like, I don't know. I've always thought you should do this. So I'm just like giving you homework. All right. So I'm gonna put another black cube behind that because there's a window there. It looks weird to just hang signs in front of a window. It's always fun when you're like moving stuff around a scene and you can't even see it. And you're like, no, that's what kind of a builder I am. I'm so good. I don't even need to see the asset. Um, for anybody on land, if you're there, make sure you go grab the OP badge underneath. Those are super like limited, like only have them available for this class. So like it ends in an hour and 20 minutes. So make sure you grab it before then. I like making them special. Like you guys are showing up, so I think it's really cool to have that. All right, so now I have like a little background. There we go. Let's make that a little bit bigger. And then wide. And then that just makes me feel like these are, I don't know, just not posters that you stuck on glass, that they actually kind of belong there. There. And you still get like that translucent look, but I just kind of repeat it. I only have the two images. So if it was me, I'd be like class, 6, class 7, class 8, class 9. Or whatever you're gonna do. If you're like an artist and a musician, maybe you have your podcasts, like your Spotify, maybe you have your songs, and there's a link for each one of these. To do the links, let's see, let's go back, go to smart items, and then where is it? Here we go. So you get the choice, a button that goes on the wall, or a link that kind of is in a triangle. I think I'm going to do like a wall button. Okay, so I put it in, can't see it, gotta lift it up. It's a little bit big. All right, not too small. There we go. I like yeah, everything I'm doing here, I'm like, I really just need to do this for these videos now. I didn't mean to, but like make it about these, but I'm like, I really want to do this. So, oh, I think YouTube videos, have the arrow going the other way, don't they? There we go. I could just change it. Instead of playing the play button, it's the rewind button. Okay, and then right here, I can add the link to that specific video, and in just a few easy steps, you've got your portfolio there, which is perfect. Like I really think that artists, artists, we don't do enough to show people like our portfolio, what we can do, all the fancy stuff. So we got to get better at that. We have so much talent here. Okay, I'm gonna do that now. Okay, so out here, I'd say it's still like very much the same build we started with. There's a few, aesthetic changes. There's something that's like an unwritten rule about Decentraland that like you've got to have a rooftop pool. Uh, Shout out to Ruston, the trendsetter that I think had the first like rooftop pool. So it wouldn't be a party bad if we didn't have a pool, right? Like we gotta go there. So I gotta get up to the roof, and the maybe like one of the downsides of this build is that like there's no way to get out of here. Like it would be kind of cool if there was a hole that you could put stairs to, and then like in the build you could just have like a box or like a cube blocking it off. But then if I came in and I don't have like I have the skills to go make a hole in Blender, but I don't want to do that for the sake of like we're trying to do this without ever touching Blender. And I can't do that right now. Like I maybe there's a way to do it in the Creator Hub. If you know of one, let me know. But otherwise, I think we're kind of locked in. So we can't put stairs in the build like I would normally do, like most clubs would be, which is a bummer. But then I'm like, okay, let's lean into that. Let's make it cool. Like instead of thinking, oh, it's not what we want. Let's just like make it cool, like some external staircase. So over here in the index, or like right here, I'm just gonna look up stairs. Because some of the stairs are in different asset packs, and so I like doing this way because you're just gonna find them all. And out of all of these, the aesthetic that looks the most similar are like the spiral stairs. All right, I'm gonna be moving around a lot, like right here, and these two trees are kind of in my way, so I'm gonna highlight both of them. I'm gonna find them over here. I'm just gonna put that little eye button. I'll make them show up later, but I don't want to fight to see them. All right, so let's see. If I put the stairs over here, I kind of want them, instead of like getting them right next to the building, I don't know, I kind of like the idea of like a catwalk, like up above. Let's see. All right, there. I gotta make that line up. My OCD is like, do it. Do not let it. Don't do it. Just don't let it sit. Do it now. Um, there we go. And right about there. Okay. So I have one set of stairs in order to get this to match up, because if you've ever tried to eyeball it, spiral staircases kind of suck when you're trying to eyeball it. I used to make a spiral staircase to get to the top of my 9-piece parcel, so that was like 15 staircases that I would try to get to match. And I think that was before I realized I could just duplicate it and then move it, straight up, and they should match. Now, now I'm like, wow, that was so simple, Canessa. Why were you like so challenged by it? But whatever, I was. Maybe I had other things going on with the stairs. Duplicate that one more time. Get them to match. Okay, so there, that's really easy. Now when I leave the stairs, let's click that so I can kind of see. When I leave the stairs, they're gonna go this way, so I could leave it like that and then make some cool parkour, or like, I don't know, something else cool to get there. maybe I'll just rotate them. Um, this is one, I think, bad part about the builder is that I can't, I mean, I would love to just collect or like sit here, shift all of them and rotate them. Oh, wait, did you rotate? Did you really do it? I was just saying it couldn't be done. It did it. Okay, it wouldn't do it earlier for me. All right, hold on. Let's test this theory. If I have one, two, three of them highlighted, it would not let me rotate them this morning. What did I do? Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that's a lifesaver. I don't know why it wouldn't let me do it. It like multiple times it wouldn't let me do it. So I'm not gonna complain. I'm just gonna be like, awesome, it works now. Okay, that's so much easier. Make sure they line up. Wait. Nope. See, that didn't. Something happened. This is like that. Okay, problem is back. So I want that one's gotta be facing the building. All right, so something happened and it like shifted it. And it reminds me of a thing that used to happen in the builder where you touch something and as soon as you moved it or like duplicated it, it wouldn't duplicate it in the same spot, it would shift it. But it looks like it works. So I guess it's okay. Um, all right, so I kind of like this that now we have this gap and I could put them closer, but I don't know, I kind of like the idea that you have to go over this catwalk to get there. Um, I'm gonna go back to the voxels pack. I love that they call it voxels. Guys, this is Minecraft. We all know it. We all love it. There's some redstone, there's some TNT, there's some deep slate, there's some ore. I am I'm a big Minecraft fan. I think I spent more time playing Minecraft than Decentraland this year, but only to get the Elytra. But I got it. All right, so I've got these two blocks. I'm gonna bring them over here. One is black, one is pink. Um, I think the walkway, like pink is awesome, but you know, it's powerful. Pink is powerful. I don't want to blind anybody when they come up. So actually, wouldn't that be a cool effect right there? That glitch. Maybe another day. I'm gonna like try to keep these. I'm gonna try to keep them together. They're perfectly matched up right now, and I want to just work smarter, not harder. I don't want to like try to match them up later, but I want them almost the same size, and then I'm just gonna wrap that pink in the black so that it doesn't blind us when we see it. So, let's see. Pretty close. All right, so now pink, I'm gonna make you show up. Oh my gosh, what's happening? No, that's the black. All right, so see how I thought I was moving the pink. I wasn't, yeah, it didn't dawn on me what I did until I moved it 4 times. So I could sit here and try to resize it, but like one thing that I've learned is that just do Control Z because especially if it's like you're lining up bases, it's just so easy, so much easier to undo it using Control Z. Then once you start eyeballing it, if you can do it with your human eye, you're better than me. Oh, actually, that looks cool. Because I usually try to eyeball it, but I don't get it right. That flicker is because both of them are identical. They're both taking up the same space, and the computer program is trying to read which one do you want me to show you. So you just have to move them. It's a cool glitch. I used it before to make really cool, effects. What the heck? I'm not even close to the roof. Oh my gosh, what? How did that happen? I mean, I knew I was like a little off, but okay. Well, I guess it's like I could put the pool there because that could be a diving board. Oh honey, we're not even close. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is grab everything. I kind of like this on the sides. Actually, I thought I was gonna do more like um, black on the borders, but now I'm like, oh, that looks cool. So I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna hold the shift down. I'm gonna grab all my stuff, and I'm actually gonna look at where I'm going. I love doing stuff like that. You're like, oh my gosh, good thing I wasn't like, building a real house. I would have problemos. Here we go. All right, still not matched up. All right. Okay, there we go. We're gonna live. We're not gonna break an ankle getting off that house. I mean, we could keep it going. Um, what I did is I just literally sunk these underneath the build. Let me see if I can see it under there. No. In Blender, you can look underneath the build. You can see, it could because it's not like a hard floor. It's just a guideline of where the floor is. All right, so if I think it would just be really easy to continue to duplicate these assets. You just, like repetitive shapes, repetitive colors, and kind of keep with that theme. Um, it's really easy to just make it like unique to you really quick. I'm gonna make these guys tall. Like maybe this is the chill spot. And now I want to duplicate. Um, I see we only have like 4 minutes until 10. And I love when we can like actually keep it to an hour or like close, just because then, it shows people you can do this. You do not need to take a long time. So I'm just gonna try to like, what can I do in 4 minutes to make this place cool? Um, these, don't they look like walkways? Oh, all right. We could have a model runway up here. That would be cool. Okay, that guy's not moving. So sometimes they get stuck and they don't move. You just got to go click on another, controller over here. Go back. Okay, so that's like, I don't know, a little bit of a height area. Um, oh, what'd be really cool is like, let's just duplicate this and let's bring it up to the roof. Let's have two because why is it doing that? Sometimes it's weird. Like they're all duplicated there. They're not highlighting. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, I like that. I like that because if you, let's say that you were going to do something up here, like an event, it'd be really cool if you had, that, like these spots for pictures. I think people should do that way more. Wait, why did that disappear? Did I take it? I'm like freaking out. My little walkway is gone. Did I take that instead of like duplicating it? I must have. All right, so I'm gonna like duplicate that, put it back so we can get here. Otherwise, we're gonna have people that can't get here. Make sure it matches up, more or less. Go. Yeah, I must have just like, instead of duplicating it, I must have just, okay. All right, and then if this is a party place, let's get some seating. Okay, so let's that and that. Let's just grab those two and right click duplicate, and I'm just gonna grab it, grab that, and pull them up. And like basically by using all of the stuff that they already give you in this template, you just like make another floor. I mean, you could make this a skyscraper and just continue to use those, the same assets that they give you. Now, this guy. Let's duplicate. Rotate. We didn't put a pool yet. Let's see if I can rotate all these through together. Okay, whatever I was saying earlier, I'm wrong. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe I just didn't have enough coffee because now I can totally move these. It's just one of those days where your coffee isn't strong enough, I guess. So now duplicate. Just populate the world with armchairs. Um, and then a pool. How would we do the pool? There is a pool in the asset packs. Genesis City, I believe. Um, or maybe I'm thinking of this fountain. So then I can find something that would work as a pool. I actually love trying to get creative with the assets. I think for the sake of time, and because I think it could be cool, let's party in this planter. Okay? It's like for a plant. I think I gotta say like the Zoolander. Like, what is this? A pool for ants. Um, so it's tiny, tiny, tiny. All right. Here. Okay. Perfect. So it's gonna, we could sit here and do it with the cubes. We could make like a four-sided pool. It would look cool. This isn't too bad from the aesthetic. It's not too far off. It's not like it's not crazy. It's not like neon tech, but it's cool. Um, there we go. All right, probably like there. We got a pool. Let's see if we can pull it closer. It's kind of cool. You can party under the headphones. I like that. If I sync it, I'm gonna see how far I can see it. So I don't want to see it from down below. So I'm like, make sure it's hidden there. All right. So maybe like a little lower. And then we need water, of course. So I'm gonna go back to the voxels. There's some cool like diamond. Diamond is good for water. Let's see. Solid water. Oh, let's see. Solid blue pattern. Water. Oh, well, hey, let's use the one that says water. Let's not make things too crazy for ourselves. Oh, you know how much this is cool to be swimming in Minecraft water? That is cool. I might be the only one that thinks that, but that's kind of cool. In Blender, you can really cool like water, translucent water textures. I don't know that there's anything in the builder that would, give it that effect. So today, we're gonna be like, we're gonna be here. I should make a Minecraft build next, like in Decentraland. Okay, so there you go. You got a couple places to chill. I mean, I guess like it's kind of redundant to have a photo shoot up here, a photo shoot down there, but one could go like do this, so it's a little less. Um, all right. That's kind of cool. I mean, you see some stuff going on up there. I'm gonna put the palms back in. They hide the spiral staircase, which is nice. Um, yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's like, it's for 1 hour's worth of work. If you were going to do this in Blender, it could be legit a week to get it, this nice. Like, there's a lot of cool things that this build has. A lot of different textures. I wish we could like take these pieces apart because you could really customize it, but it's good. It's good. CBD hub. Yeah, let's see. Okay, that's gotta change. Nobody would plant a tree there, right? Nobody would plant a tree there. Let's see. I think maybe that just to make it so that like the staircase doesn't feel like an afterthought. Put that over here. See if I can make it look good and like natural. Yeah, close enough. And then it kind of lets people know, like, okay, this is where you head for going up the stairs. I don't think most clubs like in Decentraland have a like a different like entrance to the roof. So, this is kind of cool. It's not bad. Um, okay, so now in order to see this, we kind of talked at the beginning how you can deploy it to your world for like $7 US. You can have a world which is like giant. You can put whatever you want on it. I am going to publish it in Decentraland because I think that it's kind of cool to go see it like in Decentraland. I realize in order to do that, I did butcher part of the CBD art week. And I got to go back and fix. I'm like, I don't want our art to be gone. So you can run over there right now and it shows yesterday's like just a real rough version of this if you want to just go run through it. Otherwise, like in 15 minutes, this will show up and it looks really good. I'll say that. Like actually like it looks better inside in world than it does right now through the creator hub. So um yeah, I was like, oh, I don't know, this is cool. But then once I got there, I was like, yeah, like these doors open right when you walk in. It's really interactive. The lighting looks great. Um, so yeah, that is our class for the day. Um, Thank you everybody for being here. I don't know, like I'm hoping that people are still just, learning stuff as they go. I know this is simple. I am only gonna do these. Guys, in the new year, we're gonna go into Blender. And so I'm only gonna like do the like super easy creator hub for, just until January. And then I think in January we're gonna start like learning how to, do things like these lasers above us. These lasers are so easy. They take like 5 minutes. The palm tree, getting that to animate, super easy. The floor, so easy. Like, and I want to make sure that all of these really cool things that like are not that hard that we can like do it. But I also don't want to be overwhelming because nothing shuts you off more than being like, oh my gosh, I can't do it. So like I would say these, let's see, 9 classes have been like, if you're following along with them, it's good just to learn like muscle memory of the mouse pad. Everything's gonna change when you get to Blender. So like if I went to Blender right now, it'd take me like a minute of like, okay, what button, what button? There's a few things that are different, but yeah, like if you want to learn Blender, that's the direction that in January everybody's gonna do that. Everybody can. Yeah, thank you, you guys. I'm gonna look through and see if you have any questions. Oh, Lavra was here. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat or like anything you want me to do or cover next time. Um, I appreciate you guys being here so much. Like, especially since it's a beginner class. Like, I know most like you guys are like, most of you guys are like, boom, you're beyond. Like, Meta Tiger, you're making, you know what you're doing, brother. You know what stuff you're doing. So the fact that you're here watching my meager little creator hub videos. It means a lot. Um, yeah, so feel free, ask a question. Sin, I see you hanging out in the Discord. Do you have any questions for you to get your beautiful scene set up? Because I'm gonna like goad you into creating something. Nothing. These are free courses. You do. You do it. You can do it. You're so close. These are easy. Yeah. 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 I think at first you're like, okay, I don't know if I can do this. And then once you make a few things in CSM, I think most people would be like, whoa, okay, that's cool. Except today, I had a higher failure rate. But yes, CSM, like anything, I think it's a game changer for what we can do. Yeah. I like the view. I like the camera views. But look at how different it is. If you're above an animated or like if you're in the line of fire of something animated, I think you lose like FPS. Like right here. Just something I've noticed and I noticed when I started moving my camera around. Okay, so let's see. Harmony's got a question. Could you remind me how to simply move into the builder, the basic keys for that? Let's see. So like if I move into the builder, like if I'm right here, I'm sorry, Harmony, I'm not 100% sure if you mean like if I'm right here, I just hit Alt Enter to like leave the Decentraland tab, and you guys probably see that gets smaller. Um, and then open up into the Creator Hub. Once you're in the Creator Hub, you just click on something, and then whatever you click, let me get out of here into the Creator Hub. I probably haven't done a good enough job of like explaining hotkeys and shortcuts, but like if this is what you mean, down here there's view shortcuts. And these are, you'll live by these, like especially as you get into Blender. There's so many shortcuts. I did a video, not like it was like the video I did before this series, and I did kind of the basic ones you're going to use all the time, like Control Z. I use that all the time. Gosh, I never use this. I never use that. Um, Snap to grid, toggle positioning. So see, I could be using these guys, and that would be like saving so much time. Duplicate, Control D I use, delete backspace. Um, so maybe next week I should start using these because I find I use um like I'll do something a longer way and like less efficient, but because I know it works. Because like sometimes if you start using hotkeys, you can get yourself mixed up so bad. Like in Blender, God, last week I was working on an emote and I was like moving fast, and I accidentally clicked on something and it screwed up the emote. And I was like, what did I just click on? And I couldn't I I had to go to Chat GPT like I just clicked and literally was like, I just clicked on a button in Blender and I don't know what happened. And now my emo, it's showing this. So then Chat GPT tried to tell me like what it was because I couldn't like Control Z what I did. So it was like it was not good. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So yep, Control Enter, that is what gets you out of this screen and into the other one. Since I'm running OBS, if I do Control or sorry, Alt Enter, if I do Alt Enter, you guys see it. That's what happens here. And then Sin at first was like, don't do that. You have to learn how to do Alt Tab. So now when I do it, I do Alt Tab, and you don't see it as much. But it's still, I know, I know, and it's I don't like changing. I'm living in the future, but like I don't like changing. I like staying in the past the way I know how to do it. Just keep it there. Okay, thank you everybody so much for joining. Make sure you grab your OP if you haven't gotten it yet. If you want it, you don't have no pressure. You don't have to have it. It's down here. These guys, I already claimed it, so it's gonna tell me that that it's over. But if you want these on your scene, there's a whole thread in the CBD Discord with all the assets you need for it and everything else. Um, I'm gonna jump over. Oh, Jason Summers. Hello. I'm gonna jump over. The new scene is not deployed yet, but the old one that just like the crude one that I did is over here. Um, this is what I mean. It took out my art project for Art Week. I was like, no. But look at these lights. Like, this is what you can't see in the Creator Hub. Like, these guys are actually really producing light. Although I don't see a shadow on myself, so yeah, that's so cool. Um, here's the trees, and then this is the part. Okay, so this is why I did something different today. Just FYI. I see how that is changing. Community building, building, building Decentraland. They don't all three show up at the same time. So I was like, what the heck? That's weird. So this is the version I did yesterday. That's why I kept it like short and simple. But these doors are so cool. They just open up. CBD hub. Um, look at that microphone. It's glowing and it's changing colors. Oh, I didn't even notice that yesterday. Like, this is a cool scene. And then it's got that, like, I didn't put there. That's just like custom. Like, it's in the build. Got everything else. And then up here. And then these seats, the cool thing is they're interactive. That's the first time I've put like interactive seats on a build. So this is really a nice build. I like this. Windows, everything. Like, who's gonna be the first to take this and own it and like make it theirs? There's a door back here. Yeah. So once, in a few minutes, you'll have to reload to see the one that we just made. Um, but this is cool. Like, this is really cool. I actually want to make it like 3 stories high, but I was like, I don't know if I want to do that today. Like, I would have to grab everything here and lift it, like excavate it. So I kept it simple. But yeah, come back in, 10 more minutes and you'll see what we made. And hopefully it'll be something that inspires you. All right, I'm gonna run over here. I love that everything, it's like a museum to all the things that we've made. Ah, I wish I wish the person that did Fashion Village would come and use the scene I made. Ah, it fell. Okay, well, I'm gonna end it. Thank you guys for being here. Let's see, today's Tuesday, so we got Toxic Tuesday later. And yeah, lots of big stuff. I think Dow Town Hall coming up. Get that OP and I don't know, build some cool stuff. And let me know when you build it. Thank you guys all for being here today. Bye bye.